buckle your seatbelts because it has begun. The collapse of the gaming industry is upon us. Now, you may think of this. What are you talking about? The collapse of the gaming industry? The gaming industry is as high as ever. It's just on this peak mountain, just going up towards the clouds. Now, this is true, but when you look at it, $80 for Mario Kart World. What's next? Oh, I'll tell you what's next. Xbox has issued a statement that they will raise the prices of their Xbox Series X immediately, starting right now. Actually, it started yesterday without any notice. And those prices are going up. So instead of $500 for your Xbox Series X, you're going to be looking at somewhere $600-$700 for an Xbox Series X. So it's going up in price by around $100 to $150, depending on what console you're trying to get. But yeah, overall, you might think of this and be like, did Nintendo start something? That's probably very true, because Xbox also issued the statement of they will be raising their prices to $80 this Christmas holiday season, or whatever the case may be. So you really got to think to yourself, I wonder where the gaming industry is going to be going now that we're seeing $80 games. We're seeing price increases out the wazoo. Yeah, I mean, these are some pretty interesting price increases. Now, you may think to yourself, well, I think I know why Xbox has done that. Yeah, me too. Maybe it's because they were waiting. They were waiting a month to see how well the Nintendo Switch would sell. Turns out, it's out of stock everywhere. And the games have been actually flying off the shelves. So, does this mean they were like, okay, we got the green light, everybody's willing to buy $80 games, so we're going to raise the prices of our own games? Just maybe Microsoft or Xbox has a plan up their sleeves. Maybe they're waiting to release a super awesome game with their $80 price tag. But you don't have to worry immediately. The Xbox games aren't going anywhere. You will be able to still buy them for their original price. It's only this winter season that we will be seeing a price increase for those games. But what does this mean for the rest of the industry? Now that we've seen Nintendo raise the price of their games, Xbox raise the price of their games, will we see PlayStation, Steam, or whatever other company there is? Probably. Now, the companies will most likely follow suit after Xbox has done it and say, hey, this is the way to go. $80 games, it's a pretty great idea. But going from $60 to $80 might be tough for some of you. I know it was a big shock to me seeing, what in the world? $80? Oh, $80. Am I looking at this right? $80 from our... Oh my goodness. But, you gotta think of it. What's going on in the world? I mean, the games are going to cost more to make now. They most likely have to pay the employees more and more because of what's going on. So the price increases are not out of left field. We knew that this was going to happen. Maybe you could be mad at Nintendo saying, well, if Nintendo hasn't raised the prices of their games, this would have never happened. It probably would have happened sometime because we've been actually at $60 games for the longest time. And I guess games are getting really hard and really expensive to make. I'm not proud of it. I'm just so disgusted. So like, oh my goodness, why? $80? $80? Are you kidding me? But like, if the game offers you something really special, maybe it's worth the price. Like, there's been a lot recently. Like, I've actually seen both sides of this argument. Like, the people are like, okay, for $80 games, I'm like, all right, Mario Kart World is a good example because you can replay the game a bunch of times. That is a good example of an $80 game. Once you buy the game, you're done. You don't actually have to buy an expansion pack. You don't have to buy, unless they make an expansion pack, but you don't have to buy in-game currency and stuff. But maybe if we were switching courses for an $80 Call of Duty game, that is a different story, because $80 for that game, you're still buying microtransactions. You don't have the entire game to your disposal. With Mario Kart World, you do. The entire point is that you have all of the characters, you have everything that the game has to offer, and there's no microtransactions. But if you're paying $80 for a Call of Duty game, you got microtransactions out the wazoo. You have so many different things that you can buy and buy and buy. So obviously the price will add up eventually. But Mario Kart World is not the worst thing in the world for $80, because now that I've seen both sides for that, also you can get Mario Kart World for quite a big discount. $50? What a great deal for that game. It's really awesome to be seeing that you can get it in a bundle straight away with your Nintendo Switch 2. But the thing that I feel like is a little bit worse is when you see a game that goes jumping from $60 to $80 and then adds a whole bunch of microtransactions. I feel like the game should be cheaper at that point, because you're still having to buy things inside the game. You don't have to, but it's just something that's like, oh my goodness, this guy, this character, this skin or whatever came to the game. You know, you think about it, okay, do I want to get this? And it's still full of transactions. Sometimes you have to pay online to play pretty much the entire game. It sucks in that manner. Now, I think that my feelings for Nintendo, wow, Nintendo started all of this, it's horrible. Nintendo is a different story. Okay, I think I'm not like just saying this because I'm the biggest Nintendo fan ever, because they do a whole bunch of shady things. But this hand, $80 for Mario Kart World, I agree that this is a pretty okay, it's fine, it went up. I mean, it sold so many copies. It probably took more money to make the game. Yeah, I'm not proud of $80 games, but this is where we're at. Now, talking about the rest of the industry, yeah, it's rough out there. That is horrible, because seeing a price increase, if they do that on Call of Duty, if they do that on a game with microtransactions, what the heck is the point? Why would you raise the price of a game like that? You see what I'm saying? Mario Kart, Call of Duty, or a game with microtransactions, the price shouldn't increase. It just shouldn't. But seeing as Xbox are the leaders of that game, probably going to be seeing something like that. Maybe they're making the new Halo. Maybe they're getting everyone prepared. Forza or something. They're getting everyone prepared, saying, all right, we're going to raise the prices, so it's not going to be a shock when you see Forza Horizon 6 at $80. You see, there's a lot of different things, different ways that you can look at this. Maybe it's an okay thing that they've announced that immediately, because they're getting everyone ready to say, okay, the industry is about to shift, so make sure that you're ready. Get your wallets out and, feed us some money. But yeah, what do you think about this? Do you think that Mario Kart World is now worth $80? The Nintendo Switch 2 is now worth the price, now that we're seeing Xbox and pretty much every company probably going to follow suit. Probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see Sony. All right, the Sony PlayStation 5 is going to be an extra $200, and the games are going to be $90. We're probably going to be seeing something like that. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't want to see that, because then a very special particular game is probably going to be $120. Who knows? But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Consider to please let me know in the comment section down below on how you feel about the price increases, the price hikes, everything about this, the random increases out the wazoo. Yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed. And with that being said, see you in the next one.